Hey guys, Jack Griffin here and welcome to a new video. Today we are here with Beast Quest Beast Review Series 6, The World of Chaos. This is going to be the last video I'm going to post today because I've already done 2 videos. And like how we're doing a Series 6 sequence earlier, we're doing Series 6 here. Now, I was hesitating on doing this before, but now I'm like, you know what, let's just get it out of the way, because there is a problem that you'll find on the 4th book, which I'll explain later. But just before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to Lucas Green, Adam Ferns, and Euronome. They do really good Beast Quest content, and I'd highly recommend them. Oak. And I did check with Series 5, yes, the score was 117 out of 180. So, I was correct. So, let's get into it. First book, Komodo the Lizard King. King. Good. Design I gave a 6. Good. I like the green eyes it has, the pink tongue, the yellow like stuff, like claws and teeth, and the brown skin. Really cool. Abilities I gave a 6. Token used as a whip, sharp teeth, can bury itself underground. But I will say, I'm not entirely sure, but why is Komodo even in an icy desert? Because this takes place in, I think, like, just a different realm, which we'll talk about after this. Sharp teeth and tongue, and can use its tongue. So that's about it. The fight I gave a 5. Really, honestly, there's not really much to say about Komodo. I'm not really a big fan of Komodo. The fight was... Wait, what? Why does the blurb say the dead desert? It's meant to be the icy desert. There we go, the blurb. It says there, the dead desert. But it's meant to be the icy desert. I don't get it. Oh yeah. And then, damn it. For the total score for Series 6, I put down the first 2 numbers. Oh, right, I swear. Next video, Beast Quest related, I'm putting it in. I've had enough of me forgetting the totals because I work so hard on the scores. But yeah, but basically the fight ended with ended with Komodo falling off a cliff. Actually, no, Tom chopped off Komodo's tail. He fell off a cliff. He doesn't die. Just walks a few steps, and then dies. What? And he turned into loads of little lizards. So yeah, that's about it. Total for Komodo, 17 out of 30. It's an okay... Oh, damn it. It's an okay starter book. The design and abilities are okay. The fight I was bored by. And honestly, I've never really been a big fan of Komodo. And it's a bit weird because it's Euronome favourite of Series 6. But if you want to know the plot, it takes place literally just after the ending of Series 5. Velma, Freya, Tom, Elena, Silver, Storm work together. Joe King, good. They go through the portal, good. And they're in a new strange realm called Chaonia, which stands for, well, chaos. That's why it's called the World of Chaos. The sun and moon randomly rise at random points, so, I don't know, you could literally be 12 minutes after the sun rose, but it's nighttime. It's a confusing place. And basically, Tom's mother is ill, so they need to go and get ingredients for a potion to help her. For Komodo, they had to get a bit of cacti, but this took place in the icy desert. So basically, it's basically a mission to go get some ingredients to make a potion. Yep, a potion. Right. Next book, Muro the Rat Monster. Design I gave a 6. I like how it's actually blind, and it's like, it's pink tail and it's black grey fur. Pretty cool. Abilities I gave a 7. Is blind, but his whiskers are sharp. Tail can be used as a whip. He has an excellent sense of smell, which is good because he's blind, and he has an army of smaller rats. Oh yeah, so Komodo's ingredient was basically cacti. Muro's is a giant fat ring around his tail, and it's raining outside. Doesn't matter. Fire gave a 6. Unlike a lot of people, I know Adam and Nero know specifically. I don't know about Lucas. They don't really like Komodo. In fact, it's probably, to them, it's one of the worst of the series. But I actually have a feeling for Muro. But if I gave a 6, I do remember enjoying it. And in the end, like Komodo, Tom chopped off Muro's tail and defeated him. So that's about it. 6 minutes. Oh wow. So yep. So that's about it for Muro. Total for Muro is 19 out of 30. In my opinion, better than Komodo. And okay, so here's the thing. In this series, you have three giant animals. 2 of them have already been shown, of course. 3 giant animals, 2 element monsters, and 1 that's a humanish beast monster. Well, sort of. A royal title on a beast-like thing. Good. But now moving on to the final of the first half, and the final of the giant animals, and originally my favourite of Series 6, but not anymore. But I still like it. Fang the Bat Fiend. Design I gave a 7. I like its like orange glow from underneath, the blue along its back, and its orange eyes. Like Muro, it is blind. I think so anyway. Yeah, I think it is. But abilities I get... So yeah, design I gave a 7. Abilities I gave a 7. It can fly. Sharp teeth. Sharp talons. Has an excellent sense of echo, hearing. And that's how he's able to get around. And the best one, if anyone's near him where he flaps his wings, he can make his victims go blind. Well, not really fully blind, but their eyesight will be very, very poor. Anyone that's around him. So he goes away, their eyesight will get better. So whoever near him, he flaps his wings, their eyesight will get poorer. So he can make his victims go blind, basically. And the fire gave a 7. Tom had to use his own hearing to fight Fang, which is pretty good. Which I love how he has to use his own hearing like Fang's. Good. In the end, they flooded the cave, and I originally didn't know what Fang's like token was, but now I know what it is. And it is a red jewel. And it restores lost eyesight, apparently. I didn't know any of these, like, did anything. Oh, the Jade Ring returns people's strength. Oh, I never knew this. Each of the tokens have, like, a responsibility or something. Oh, it cures diseases. Okay. And I love it. Yeah. But basically the story arc was basically there was these miners, and they were basically Fang slayers, and they mined for some reason. And then when they got rid of the beast, a touch I like, instead of thanking Tom, they're really angry at him because that was the only thing they could work to get food for their families. So even after Tom defeated a beast, freed them from his horrible curse, even though he had to flood the caves, Fang, they weren't happy. But that was Fang. Fang's been one of my favourites. I love Fang. Good. Total for Fang, 21 out of 30. Out of the Animal Beast, the best one. So we've had a lizard, a rat, and a bat. But honestly, Fang, with great abilities and a unique new twist of a fight, with Tom actually not really being able to see Fang, and him using his hearing as well as Fang was good. But now we get on to the second half, and for this book, I did need to explain something. I do not like the new covers on Beast Quest books. For the old generation, up until Series 15, I had them all in the old covers. I will get an old cover version of this next book in the future, but I'll just say it. Fourth book is Merc the Swamp Man. Yes, the only new cover, up to Series 14, the only new cover book I had. And the weirdest thing is, I was originally meant to get an old cover book, so I don't know what happened, but this is the only one I have. But the fire, no. Design I gave an 8. I like the fire on its head and the goo dripping down from it, and like the little branch on its leg. Pretty good. Abilities I gave a 7. Can merge in with the swamp. Basically, can't really be touched or something, but stuff goes through it. But yeah. And basically, he can, I believe he can trap his victims in a sticky goo substance. Oh, it says here he can hypnotize people with his blood red eyes. Okay. And Merc's token or something, the potion ingredient was basically a group of vines. But it says it can help to return the strength to ailing bones. But, not this, but wait, was it? No. But isn't that what Muros' token's meant to do? I don't get that. But the fire I gave a 7. I really enjoyed it. I do think Merc's one of the best books of Series 6. And there was... But apparently it says here, and there was a man in this, which apparently is a deadly assassin sent to kill Tom, who stole silver, I believe. Yeah, I believe he stole silver. Well, I mean, if it is, well, not the first time the silver's been stolen. And also, in this book, Tom and Elena have their first ever quarrel. But it's basically due to something that Silver or Storm do to each other, then they start fighting. But it's literally like a couple of sentences, and then it just ends. Because Tom's like, no! The days in Chaonia is making us all tired. We're getting basically grumpy and ratty. We need to continue. We never fall out. We're best friends. I'm sorry. There you go. That's basically how it solves. So now the man's against him. But I mean, I don't really remember much from it. In fact, I've forgotten how they even defeat Merc in the end. But there you go. Total for Merc is 22 out of 30. Got a higher score than Fang, surprisingly. And overall, it's a good book. Right. Next one. Terror, Curse of the Forest. Terror. Designer gave a 7. It is a tree beast. I like the roots it has on its mouth, like the no hollows, and just how tall this thing is. Abilities I gave a 7. 7 can blend in with a tree. I believe has thick bark, I'm gonna guess. And the best one, he can turn his victims, animals or people, to like wood. So it was shown when a deer was turned to wood, and there were 2 boys turned to wood. But the fire gave a 6. Basically, Terra's token was a little white flower. It doesn't show it, but there's a little white flower on top of him. And the illustration in this are a bit quirky, but I'll say this. When I saw an image of Terra in the A to Z Beast and read through these images, Terra is terrifying. These images of Terra are so creepy. Well, back then when I read it, it was up to him as being as scary as Equinus. Like, here's one of them. And we haven't even finished yet. There's loads more. I don't care. I'm just going to show you all the pictures. Because in my opinion, back then, it was scary. And then this is probably the biggest illustration the illustrators have done with Beast Quest. There's Terra. It just looked so, like, weird. Like, it was so creepy. No. Like, this is a clear image. It was just terrifying. And in the end, I believe they... How do they defeat Terra? Yeah. And in the end, they defeat Terra by they use like a piece of like a long log or like a knockdown tree on top of some string, batter it into Terra, knocks him over, and Tom chops off the white flower. So we've got the next token, and the white flower. I'll have a look. It can fight off deadly infections. But isn't that kind of similar to Komodo, where he can cure all diseases? Sort of. But yeah. But I don't really know what to make of Terra, honestly. But I will say this about Terra, though. The abilities are some of the best ones I've ever seen. Total for Terra, 20 out of 30. It's a good beast. But compared to other 5th books, like 5 books in the series, better than Nanook. I'll say better than Better than Arachnid. Not as good as Tusk. But I will say the abilities... What was that? But I will say the abilities are better than Tusk's. Okay, I'd say it's tied with Blaze the Ice Dragon. Oh, why does it keep getting brighter? I don't get it. Get it. Oh, maybe it bounces off my mirror. I don't know. So, yeah, probably tied with Blaze. And tied with Tremor. But I don't know what. But honestly, it's a good book. Now getting on to the final book of Series 6. And for a long time was Adam's favourite book of Beast Quest. Vespic the Wasp Queen. Designer gave an 8. I like how it looks like a little crown on her head. The armour she has. The blues and the yellows. And her wings. Just cool. Abilities I gave an 8. She can fly. Has a stinger. Has claws. I think her... Damn it. I think her wings are sharp. Or... I'm not entirely sure. And she has an army of wasps at her side. And the fire gave an 8. And I just want to say something about this story, which I liked. Even though I'm not judging it on that. This one, not only that, it had... Like, I believe the villager was angry with Tom the Lady for something. But guess who else showed up? The miners from Fang that were disappointed with Tom. And the assassin from Merc. So it was like all that. We do get to meet... Oh, I was going to say... the queen that appears in Series 15, Queen Aurora. But no, she's not in this. I feel like there is the queen in this. There is a queen in this, although... Right. There's a queen in this. Oh, it just said her name. Oh. Queen Romaine. And she does have a daughter who gets kidnapped in Series 12. But we'll get to that down the line. It was in the palace. It was in the sky. Tom fought Vespic in the sky, sliced off her wings. Vespic fell with Tom. But Tom used his eagle feather from Arcton, lifted it, and he floated down, and Vespic plunged into the moat and drowned. So pretty good. This fight was everywhere. Like I said, in the palace, I believe in the city maybe for a bit, and in the sky. And it leaves off a big cliffhanger for the next series. They go through a portal going back to Avantia, but something happens. But we'll have to wait and see when we get to Series 7. Total for Vespic, 24 out of 30. A great finale to the to Series 6. And honestly, why do I keep saying honestly? One of my common words. It's one of the best finales Beast Quest has ever created. So because I don't know the total, I will say it is 120 something out of 180. So 120 something. So it's got a high score in Series 5, so that's a definite. And I believe, because it's Series 5, high score in Series 1, but I'll need to have a look if it's high enough something else. But anyway, now time to get on to the ranking of these books. Yep, time to get on to the ranking of the books. And we're going to start off with my least favourite of Series 6, Sorry Year Unknown, is Komodo the Lizard King. Good. Personally, I've always found Komodo a bit boring. Good. Like, his abilities are simple. His design is basically a Komodo dragon. And the fight was very confusing, and I don't remember much from it. Komodo, honestly, might always remain my least favourite. It depends. But for now, my least favourite. Even though I do like it, 5th place is Terra, Curse of the Forest. Now I'll say, like Furno, Naga, Rashuk, and Crab, like those books, who, even though 5th place, I like Terra. His abilities are great. His design is creepy, but brilliant. A horrifying curse. He is the curse of the forest. But I will be honest, the fight, I don't really remember much from it. But honestly, I keep saying honestly, but I just love how he said, Keonia's forests are deathly silent. The animals have disappeared and no one dares set foot among the trees. A terrible danger lurks within. Terra, Curse of the Forest. But Terra, great book, great abilities, and honestly, it's a good 5th book. 4th place is Miro the Rat Monster. Honestly, great abilities. An okay design and an okay fight. But the abilities, like I said, are great. A lot of people don't really like it, but I think Miro is an underrated book. Because I believe Miro was at the crops and stuff. So that's really about it. But Miro, great book. 3rd place is Merc the Swamp Man. Probably it tied with Vespic for the best design of the series. The abilities are decent, and the fight I don't remember much from. But honestly, it's a great design and very good. I know I'm rushing it a bit, but I don't mean to. I don't. Originally 1st place, but now 2nd place. But I still love it. Is Fang the Bat Fiend. His abilities and fight are just great. And how Tom had to use his hearing to defeat Fang as well. So basically using Fang's ability to guide himself against him was cool. His wing flapping blinding ability is great. And just for the first bat monster, because there is another one in Series 18, for the first bat beast, it's a great one. And even though he originally was, but is not anymore my favourite of Series 6, Fang is a great book. But my favourite book of Series 6 is Vespic the Wasp Queen. Not only is it tied with Merc for the best design, the fight and abilities are just great. All over the place fight, great abilities, a great finale to the series. Leaves off once again like Series 5 with another cliffhanger. This book is just a great finale and one of the best finales Beast Quest has ever created. But until then, that is all for today, and that is all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Press that notification bell down below. Comment down below which is your favourite of Series 6. And with that being said, I'll see you next time. Bye.